once there was a Jew that passed through a town in Russia, Ukraine, and the name of the town was Srelov. Srelov means Jew town, which is very unusual because the Jews were not exactly appreciated in Ukraine. Ukrainians were big anti-Semites, but nevertheless, we see that Judaism really flourished over there. But to call a city by the name of a Jew, unheard of. So this Jew that happened to be passing by, he asked one of the people casually, "Can you tell me why this town is called Srolov?" And the person says, "I don't know, but there's an old Jew here, an old citizen here that maybe he knows. He's like 100 whatever years old, and it could be that he knows. Where does he live over there?" So he goes over to this person's house and he sees this old man, old man. And he's sitting in his front yard or whatever, and he's got this wolf's like a coat made of wolf skin, a weird looking coat. And he asks this old man, "How old are you?" He says he's 110 years old, whatever. He said, "Can you tell me why is this city called Yisraelov?" Srelov. So the man looked it up and said, "Oh, the time has come. I'll tell you." So he said, "When I was a boy, long time ago, 100 years ago, whatever." So I was a shepherd. That was my job. There was a bunch of sheep, and I would watch over the sheep. I was a very good shepherd. And I had a staff, and whatever it is, and a whistle to call people if wolves came. And one day there came this big wolf, a really big wolf. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 second. And there used to be this Jew. I would sit out and I would sit in the middle of the field, watching the sheep, a couple hundred sheep, and I was playing my flute or whatever, watch the sheep. And there used to be this Jew that used to sit up on this sort of rock above me. It was like a little bit of a distance. And he would sit up on this rock, and maybe he would pray there or whatever Jews do, and he would just sit there. One day I was watching the sheep. All of a sudden came from the forest this big wolf, a really huge wolf. And I was just petrified. I wanted to find my whistle to call everybody. But I just was fumbling. I fumbled it and it fell into the ground. I couldn't find it. And so I screamed out to this Jew, "Sroel, whatever, Sroel, save me, save me." Moshke, whatever they called the Jew. He was the only one around. "Save me, help me, scream me." I was screaming, I was yelling. The wolf was immense. I was just paralyzed with fear. And I saw that the wolf was coming toward me. He didn't want the sheep, he wanted me. I didn't know what to do. I saw that Jew, went down from the rock and he stood next to me and he said, "Don't be afraid." He said, "Don't be afraid." And he said a couple words or something. He said, the wolf is not going to come close to you. You don't have to worry. So when this Jew was next to me, I really was calmed down, and I saw that the wolf was not approaching. He didn't come any closer. So the Jew said, "You can go over and push the wolf over." So I was just petrified. The thing was like twice my size, huge wolf. He says, "You can go and push him over. You don't have to worry." So I did. I went gradually. I went over. I thought any second he's just going to snap out of it. He had this, fierce look on his face. And I saw that the wolf was paralyzed. It was dead. And I just pushed, and the wolf just fell over with the same look on his face. So he saved my life. He saved my life. So I cut I skinned the wolf so that I could show everybody, what had happened. And I went into town. I showed everybody this wolf skin, and I wanted to do something for this Jew. So we saw that every day he would go to this like spring, and he would immerse himself in the morning. He would immerse himself, and we noticed that he would take off all his clothes and immerse himself. It was about a hidden place among the mountains, whatever it was. But we saw someone noticed that in the winter that sometimes there would be a little blood spots where he took off the shoes, or maybe when he got out, whatever it was, and that some part of his foot would stick to the ground, whatever it was. So we put furs all around the spring where he was, so that his feet would. And then someone was sick in the town. Someone got sick, and we didn't know what to do. So someone suggested maybe we take water from this well. So we took water from the well, and the person got healed. He got better. He got better. And as soon as people heard from it, so more people came. Originally, it was just like we were like wanderers. We just had sheep over here, and there was a couple people that lived here. But as soon as people heard about it, so people started coming, and the town, grew. Now we have several hundred, whatever, thousand people who live here, and it's all because of that. Well, and at some point of the story, I think it happened in the end. He said, "I went and I thanked this Yisrael," and he said, "You can wear that wolf's clothes. You can put on the wool. You can use it for a coat, and it'll give you long life. And that you'll know it's your time to go when someone comes and asks you to tell me the story, to tell him the story." I've lived 110 years. This is since I saw him, and I've worn this wolf's garment. And now that you came and asked me the question, so I realized that this is the time that he was talking about, 110 years, and that now it's my time to leave the world. So we see from the story several things. First of all, we see that the Baal Shem Tov had the power to help, and we see that the Baal Shem Tov had the desire to help everybody, Jew or non-Jew, and then in fact he helped the people in a tremendous way, not just by saving them from the wolf, but also that the waters of this well had healing powers. And there's books written by the children books. It's called sometimes the Mayan Halavan, the white. Anyway, so that's the Baal Shem Tov's wellspring that healed people. Where it is now, I have absolutely no idea. Where is I also have no idea, because the Baal Shem Tov, I have to remember, he lived 300 plus years ago. So where these things are now, I don't know. And the story was obviously a story that was told to the person who asked 100 years ago, but 200 years ago. But it's come down to us. Anyway, have a good day now. Have long life. We have a healing for all of our diseases. And the Rebbe Melech HaMashiach should reveal himself and take us out of this terribly confused situation that we're in now. But soon we'll realize that all the confusion was really for the best, only to reveal the good in the world. Have a good day. God bless you all. See you tomorrow at 8:15.